Hey, George Bailey here. I'm very excited today to be talking to Sydney Sixers captain and Australian all-rounder Moises Henriques. We're going to be talking to him about his junior pathway right through to playing senior cricket for St George and also how he became an Australian cricketer. Welcome, Mo.
Thanks, George. Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolute pleasure to have you here. I'm going to take you back, if I can, to start this conversation. What was your first junior cricket club?
I played under 8s for Illawarra Catholic Club and then took a sabbatical for a year. Went and played T-ball and then came back to Penshurst West in the under 10s.
And is that how you ended up at St George?
Well, I was in the St George area.
Who are some of the local legends of St George?
It's going to be very hard to go past Mr. Brian Booth and Warren Saunders, two absolute legends of the club. And I still remember one piece of advice Mr. Booth gave me. He asked me why I hit the ball in the air so much, and I didn't really know the answer to it. I was just like, oh, because I feel like I can. And he goes, you know, you can't get out if you hit the ball along the ground. I was like, yeah, it's very true. And I've never gotten caught hitting the ball along the ground. He also told me mindless clapping in the field is not acceptable. So now whenever I play Sheffield Shield cricket and I find myself I bring myself back to the present and go, Mr. Booth would not approve of this.
That is a staple of Marnus's efforts in the field. Are you going to pass that on to him when you get the opportunity?
I might do.
It goes in. Henriques is the winner on this occasion.
Is there a moment in that club cricket journey for you where you suddenly thought, I could play for Australia?
It was always just a dream. I used to sit out the backyard by myself all the time and mimic all the Australian players' techniques and so on, and just throwing a ball up against the wall and hitting it. And then I think because I'd spent so much time on my own, my technique and everything was quite solid in comparison to some of the other guys. However, I thought that everyone that had played for Australia through their junior age groups had done twice or 3 times as good as I was doing. You know, I was doing all right, but I was still like, oh, imagine what Steve Waugh would have done or Alan Border would have done playing in the under 10s. I didn't really have a grip on reality, and you know, because my parents weren't here in Australia and they didn't know the sport or anything about it, they never played it as a kid, they also didn't really know how to ease my expectations, I guess. It wasn't until maybe when I started performing well for St George in junior cricket and then grade cricket as well, and you get selected in junior talent programs and under 17s and 19s, and I was still stacking up all right, that I thought, oh geez, I'm actually all right at this.
Oh, that's close. It's a long way across there. Oh, Henriques has got him.
Would you do me a favour and sing the first line of your club song for me?
Sung it many times. We've won many premierships, so it goes a little something like this. Oh, and the Saints.
I think I know that tune.
Yeah, I think you do.
Beautiful.